Our final competitor, Paulina Cwik, presenting Missing Piece in Tornado Outbreak Puzzle.
Ladies and gentlemen, who likes puzzles? Well, I really do, especially jigsaw puzzle. Each piece has a small amount of information on it, and when put together, voila, we have a complete picture. What you can see on my slide is a jigsaw puzzle with a picture of tornado taken by me on May 26, 2016 near Dodge City, Kansas. The day was hot and humid, with cute clouds on the horizon that were about to change into dangerous storms. Me and my friends were both excited and scared because on that day we saw 14 tornadoes. The force of nature was just incredible. Thankfully, this outbreak happened in the middle of nowhere, so nobody died. But it is not always the case. For example, Southeast tornado outbreak in 2011 killed 316 people and caused damage of $4.2 billion. Many scientists are working on improvements in tornado outbreak prediction to save people's lives and property. So am I. For my master thesis, I'm looking for large-scale atmospheric patterns that are associated with tornado outbreaks. By atmospheric patterns, I mean atmospheric waves that occurs during and shortly before tornado outbreaks. To find those patterns, I need to first find when the biggest tornadoes outbreak happened in the United States. Second, look into variables such as pressure and temperature from the 20th century reanalysis data set to find what atmospheric condition happened during those outbreaks. And then finally, I will use a statistical method of pattern recognition called principal component analysis to scour the data and find those patterns that occur more often with those outbreaks. Once I find them, I will describe them so that this knowledge can be used in tornado outbreak prediction. Now, if you will look on my slide, you might think that the missing piece in the center of my presentation is actually my master thesis research. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, but I tricked you here just a little bit. Yes, my master thesis is a missing piece, but not in a place you would expect it to be. Okay, little experiment. Imagine with me that this puzzle is actually inverted. What do you see behind this black piece? Well, probably a tornado that is in contact with the ground, maybe some debris. In other words, what we see is the most impact. This is something that we see on the very first site. But there's actually so much more to the story of tornado outbreak. Just imagine with me that all the other visible pieces becoming black. All those pieces represent how much it needs to be done in research in order to produce a complete picture of tornado outbreak. Now, my piece is among those black ones, still unknown, but my goal is to find it, hoping that it will help save lives and that the society can be one step closer in completion of this outbreak puzzle. Thank you.